Dive into a blue world, a vast new expanded habitat for SeaWorld's pod of killer whales, naturalistic and sweeping, with new spaces for them to explore. These majestic killer whales will find enriching activities everywhere and explore in even greater depths. This immersive environment is unlike any other, giving SeaWorld experts and other scientists more access than ever before for world-class healthcare and research that will help killer whales here and in the wild. With unprecedented views above and below, these are the moments that inspire wonder, connection, and action to preserve our precious ocean. A new world, a beautiful blue world.
The movie Blackfish asserts that we use food as the only motivator to work with our animals, and that's simply not true. Our animals receive all of their food, all of their nourishment, regardless of how they perform throughout the day. They do not have to come into the show to be fed. In fact, one of the bigger challenges that we have day in and day out, both with the whales, with the dolphins, with all of our animals, is holding them back and keeping them out of the shows. Much of their reinforcement, much of that food comes for just, hey, sitting back with me, hang out with me, have fun back here. The shows are inherently reinforcing for them because they enjoy doing them.
Everything that we do at SeaWorld has one focus in mind, and that is the health, safety, care, and well-being of our animals. So it's exciting to create a new environment that enhances that opportunity for our animal care staff and for our whales.
Project Blue World is our massive expansion of our killer whale pools and environments.
Education has a primary role at the park. Educational efforts have been there from the very, very beginning. Blue World will be a chance for folks to better understand not just what killer whales are about, but how we're a part of that story.
It's been designed by the trainers, by the veterinarians, by the researchers and scientists that we have both on staff and that we work with to be the best possible habitat.
We work every day with some of the world's most respected and top marine animal scientists. They work with us because we have a really unique opportunity for them to study killer whales in whole new ways. We know that Project Blue World will be a significant expansion on that.
I believe Blue World is actually a larger phrase to describe the continuous evolution of humans' understanding of animals and how we care for those animals and our care.
The great thing about this particular project is that the education messaging is designed directly into the entire project. And that's really vital because in order for us to be able to tell the killer whale story and actually the broader story of the ocean, we want to make sure that we're designing this together with the pool, with the gallery, so that the education messaging is something that's put into the actual design work as we go.
The kids who come through our parks right now and the kids who come through our parks when Project Blue World is open, they're the next generation of killer whale and animal and environmental conservationists, and this is going to be massively impactful for them.
Now, we're also going to start with our employees first. And right now our employees are called team members. We're making one small move. This is not big stuff, but it's a lot of little moves. We're calling them ambassadors, animal ambassadors now across the whole system. And then we'll move out to our partners. We're going to engage our partners more. If they're going to partner with us, we want them to come along with us on these causes. Then eventually, as I've said, our guests, and then hopefully our new guests. One little thing we're doing, and you'll see this afternoon, our name tags always had where you're from. Now it's going to have the animal cause that you're behind, which starts an engagement with the guest. Then you can talk to the guests in a queue line. Oh, you save penguins, you save dolphins. It allows us to have that knowledge. They'll all be trained in their personal story and how they're helping. Just a small thing to get this going as a company, as an entity. We're also going to have an ambassador volunteer day. We will have a pay day for them to go out, hopefully with season pass holders and guests, to engage in something in the community that has to support one of those three things. It has to support rescue, it has to support education or preservation. Let's just walk through this experiences that matter for a few minutes. This is how we're going to communicate it out and engage our 23,000 employees first and our 22 million guests second. Experiences that matter is our mission, and this is new for us. Now, we've been doing a lot of this quietly ourselves, but we're making it part of our brand going forward. We're going to do that through encouraging all of our employees to focus on 3 words as we're working through everything we do: to explore, inspire, and act. And I'm just going to walk through each of those for a minute. Exploring, which is discovering the wonders, the wild of nature in all of our attractions in our parks. I don't have to tell you that there's not much wild left in the world, at least terrestrially. If you want to see some of the large mammals that are left on Earth, you have to either go to Africa to a safari, or you have to go to a zoo and see them, or come to SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, both parks. Without zoos and aquariums, you have no exposure to these animals, and you don't have a chance for this connection. On the SeaWorld side, there's still one place that is undiscovered. There's really one part of our world that the veil of the known does not exist, and it's the ocean. We know more about space than we know about the ocean. And we think as a company, instead of all the resources, Jeff Bezos and some of the others who want to point rockets out into the space, we think a lot of that energy should go to the oceans, the last frontier of the unexplored areas. So that is what we think we can do for land and sea with the word explore. And Anthony's going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. So if we do a good job creating experiences of exploration, a sense of exploration for our guests, we think we can inspire them. Every one of us, if you watch any child in our park, it is clear that we can touch their heart, and then we can teach their mind. And that's a motto of ours: connect to the heart to teach the mind. And that's where fun and meaningful comes from, experiences that matter. And if we can inspire our guests, then we can get them to act. And I would say as an organization, this is where we have not done enough. We can engage 22 million guests in our cause. Just think, if each of them just gave 50 cents, it's $10 million. There's a lot that can happen, and we're just beginning there. We are listening to our guests. We're evolving as a company. We're always changing, and again, always evolving. And so in 2017, we will launch an all-new Orca experience. It's going to be focused more on the natural setting, natural environment, and also the natural behaviors of the whale. And it'll have a strong conservation message. And that means that 2016 will be the last year of our theatrical killer whale experience called One Ocean. So that right now is in San Diego based on the customer feedback we're getting there.
My name is Katie Danforth. I'm a senior trainer here at SeaWorld San Diego.
I'm Cheryl Nickel, and this is my husband, Scott Nickel. We've been past members for 4 years now.
I'm Brian Rokich. I've been a team member at SeaWorld for nearly 17 years.
My name is Rory Pollock, and I have been a past member for 30 years.
My name is Mike Bissett. I'm a senior trainer here at SeaWorld San Diego. I've been here for about 8 years.
I'm here super early in the morning, but I'm super stoked to be heading on the buses up to Long Beach for the Coastal Commission meeting. I just want to show my support. I want to be a voice for the whales.
This project represents the next evolution in an incredible facility that will provide added benefits for our animals, for research, for enrichment, and also opportunities for kids and adults to experience these animals for years to come.
I strongly believe that Blue World, there's an opportunity for us to see more than we could never see in the wild. That they can do all the scientific work from SeaWorld, which is the state of the art, and people can come and learn more about the killer whales and the young ones up to the 51-year-old whale that we have here. I mean, it's an amazing scientific adventure. we've seen SeaWorld, the good that they do. And our kids have been raised going to SeaWorld since they were young. And I don't think they would have the love for the sea life if it weren't for them, if it weren't for SeaWorld and being able to see them.
It's going to really put us out there as the front runner for killer whale care, and it's going to show our dedication to these animals. These animals need this development. If this is something that is on the table, if this is something that is available to them, we need to make this happen for the whales, and that's why I'm going up to Long Beach today, and hope they approve this project for us.
I fully believe it's going to pass. It should pass. It would be ridiculous not to pass, and that's from my heart.
Anything that we can do to enhance the lives of the whales, to make it better, is something that I strive to do each and every day. I love these animals. They're part of my family. I'm quite shocked that anyone would be against this project because I see only good coming from it. It's only a positive. And I hope today that the Coastal Commission says yes, and we're so excited to break ground on this and just make the lives continuously better for our whales. Blue World!
My mission is to inspire people to care about killer whales in the wild all over the world.
The work we're doing here at SeaWorld has been and is essential to understanding and protecting the killer whales in the wild.
My hope for people when they leave SeaWorld is that getting close to these animals will actually make them care more than they did when they came. That these magnificent creatures touch them the way that they've inspired and touched us.
I became a marine biologist and a veterinarian because when I was a teenager, I went to SeaWorld.
The first time I came to SeaWorld, I was 19 years old, and it changed me forever.
It's my passion, it's my life's work to make sure that the health and well-being of our animals is met every single day.
I knew that I wanted to dedicate my life to caring and protecting these animals, and that's exactly what I've done.
Sometimes changes are evolutionary. Today's announcement is nothing less than revolutionary. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue World Project. The Blue World Project is a massive expansion of the killer whale habitats in all 3 SeaWorld parks. We're in San Diego today because the first of those expansions will be here. When this facility is unveiled, the killer whale habitat here will have nearly doubled in size. 50 feet deep, more than 10 million gallons of continually filtered and chilled seawater, surface area of more than 1.5 acres, a viewing gallery for guests that is 4 stories high, the largest of its kind in the world.
The Blue World Project represents the next step in evolution for killer whale display at SeaWorld. Our evolutionary process never stops. Our teams continually challenge themselves and each other to create healthier and more enriching environments for all the animals that we care for.
This new habitat enriches the experiences for our visitors to our region, expanding on their appreciation for killer whales and all marine life and our environment as a whole. I think we can all agree that that's an important message and one that's worth investing in.